right, ready or not, here I go. Oh my gosh, as it is typical in Anna's YouTube world, she's always hoping that she's looking at the screen, that her little tiny RP eyes are open, that she doesn't have any lipstick on her teeth, and that she looks okay. But the biggest hope is actually being able to do a video and share with you. Welcome back to Blind with a Vision. Anna here sharing another video from Anna's world, and today stopping by to say hello, to wish you a happy new year 2022, I guess, and to answer one of the biggest questions. Anna, do you get depressed? You're always smiling, you always seem happy, you're always sharing with us, you know, about going out there using your cane even during the pandemic. Well, this year I have not really adventured the way I wish I could, or the way I have done it in the past. And well, here actually sharing with you, more than anything, answering those questions. I just did my video for my Spanish subscribers, answering the same question and sharing, right? And one of the questions that I've been getting a lot this year, and I have gotten this question and these comments for years, but this year, one of the questions, number one, that I received was, Anna, do you ever get depressed? You always seem so happy. And comments from people sharing with me that they feel very depressed, especially females, younger girls, right? In Central, South America, and the United States. Now that I have friends from Spain, they have also shared with me that they feel very sad, very depressed, not being able to go out, people from Central America. And you know what? It's not that males don't get depressed. They do. They do. It's just that we females are more expressive. We feel more comfortable sharing about how we feel. And to give you the response about whether if I get depressed or not, of course I get sad. I do. When things don't go the way I want them to go because of the disability. But I don't get depressed the way I used to when I start losing my sight. When I started losing my sight and I was diagnosed with Retinitis Pigmentosa, I got very depressed. And I was depressed for years, just like many of you. Just like many other people that experience vision loss due to any other eye condition, right? And I was depressed for years and I wanted to die. I went through the whole white cane denial syndrome. I went through all those stages of the grieving process, which, by the way, I will share in a different video because people have asked about it. And you know, when I get questions and comments from you, I experience the same pain. I know how it is to be depressed. I know how it is to have that emptiness here, that pain in your heart that you cannot take away with any pill. And I did use antidepressants for years. During my bachelor's degree, I did 10 milligrams of an antidepressant so I could actually go through school. Yes, I was feeling the same. And then how did I end up feeling better? Well, the way, after many years of reflecting on it and analyzing and just looking back, you know, hope is one of the biggest concepts that help humans to keep going, right? I mean, it's more complex than just the concept of hope. But let's just define what is hope, really. And I'm not talking about from the religious point of view, you know, because whenever we mention the concept of hope, having hope, a lot of people think about God, you know, whatever God you worship or you believe in, right? But hope is really the belief of that the future is gonna be better than our present, right? The belief to see the future looking better or doing better than how we are feeling at the moment, right? And the belief to know that we actually have the power to help or to turn this present into a better future, right? But whenever we are going through vision loss, acquiring a disability, going through any difficult situation, especially now during the pandemic when many people lost loved ones. And I know my blind people and my people with disabilities are not exception. You lost someone, a loved one, and that's horrible. And I know that you had the hope that your loved one would be here, right? That he or she was going to be, was going to recover from COVID. And many of us, we did. I mean, I'm included. I got COVID right away. And I was here by myself with my guide dog Capri, right? And after I got sick, and then I end up in the hospital. Well, I got sick in May for about 6 weeks, and then I start getting, recovered from COVID, and then I start getting sick June, July, and August with gallbladder stones, which no one knew what I had, and I couldn't eat. I only was having liquids for 2.5 months because I refused to go to the hospital, and I lost 32 pounds, which, by the way, I have not been able to gain back, right? And I was in the hospital for 17 days. And just looking back at everything that has happened in my life since I started going blind, and everything else, and knowing a lot of blind people, a lot of visually impaired people, people with disabilities, people with different situations, I know that hope is a huge reason why we humans keep going whenever we experience adversities and challenges, and even those most difficult situations, right? I was in the hospital and I had the hope that I was going to recover, right? I had the hope that I was going to recover with COVID, that I was going to get out of the hospital to see Capri, my retired guide dog. And as with experience on vision loss, I was depressed for years, but I had the hope that I was going to, at the beginning, you go through the whole bargaining stage where you're bargaining, looking for injections and seeking shamans and witches that could give you the medicine to recover your sight, right? Like many of us go through, right? And then that there is no cure, right? But you continue having hope. I swear to you that most humans, even the serial killer or the most nasty person, they have the hope that the police is not going to catch them. I mean, really think about it. When someone I have heard those who know about the concept of hope, and they're really good about understanding the human brain. They have asked the question, do animals also have the ability to hope? And the response is somehow they do. Animals have expectations, and we humans do too, right? They have expectations that they're gonna get their food, they're gonna go for a walk, you're gonna give them love, But we humans are the only beings that we have a very complex brain, right? We have the brain to actually is designed in a way that allows us to actually have hope for the future. We have the ability to understand that we have the power to have a better future, right? We have the frontal lobe that processes, is related to the ability of hoping for the future. So I believe that's what happened for Anna, right? Even though I was depressed, things happened in my life that kind of pushed me to continue getting up and having to do whatever I needed to do. And I guess deep inside, I was hoping to get help. Now, how do we really get help when we are so depressed and there is no more hope because we're just giving up? Well, having a support system, which Anna has not really had. I haven't really had that. My biggest support has been my auntie who's 78. She's like my mom, honestly. So having a support system, having someone that really listens to you, that is there to help you, is critical. And finding purpose and meaning in life is really what helped me, what helped Anna. I was so depressed, but when I started, doing my videos and getting messages from you and from you and from you, and getting those questions and hearing from people, sharing through email. You know what, Anna, I was just diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, but after I watched your video, I knew that I could continue, right, moving forward. And that start giving me purpose and meaning in life, right? I know I have a very simple YouTube channel and I don't have many views, but just talking and listening to you through email, by my private messages on my fan page, through WhatsApp, I get a lot of questions and comments. And when I hear messages from 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, I go like, oh my gosh, I don't want to believe that that's why I went blind. But if I'm blind and I can help you, well, right? That really gave Anna purpose and meaning in life. And then I realized that with the blind, don't have to be sighted to have a vision in life, right? People always ask, how come you call your YouTube channel Blind with a Vision? I go like, because overall humans, we need a vision to keep going. We need to find, the direction that we want to go in life. Otherwise, we're going to be lost, right? And if that vision, not the ophthalmological vision that ophthalmologists talk about, but that sense of, direction, knowing where you want to do, what you want to do in life, is that really help, right? So my blind vision was full of hope and continues having hope. I get up every day looking forward to check my YouTube channel, to read your comments, to create another video, to capture a video, even though I haven't been able to do, a lot out there. That really helped. And then if I add talking to someone that I trust, kind of venting out with my auntie, talking to you, creating my rooms on Clubhouse, looking forward to answer your question in a video. And it's too much. Anna, I do everything by myself, my YouTube channel. I don't have many views, but guess what? It takes me a long time to do my simple videos, to I don't even edit, as you know, and then respond all those questions, and not making enough money on my YouTube channel to actually hire and pay someone that can help me is a challenge, but I don't give up. I still have the hope that I'm gonna be making some more money. I'm gonna be able to hire someone. I'm gonna be able to do better videos. And my biggest hope is that you join the vision of inclusion of people with disabilities. Not only blind, but people with disabilities. We the blind are so divided, which is one of the biggest issues. Really, not the stereotypes and misconceptions and the negative mentality that people have, the society has towards people with disabilities, but we are so divided. And my vision for next year is that vision full of hope, that we the blind and we people with disabilities are gonna get united, and we are going to work into the whole vision of inclusion. Why? Because one of the reasons why people lose hope, we end up kind of giving up and getting depressed, is because we continue to be denied from having access. And I'm not talking about equality, no, having access to those important areas in the life of any person, right? Which areas? The area of employment, which is the biggest one, education, transportation, and employment. I mean, we reach a point where, we're getting older. We start thinking about getting independent, from the parents, from anyone, getting married, having children. And for that, honestly, they say that money doesn't make you happy and is not everything in life. But people who have, they have a job, they say that because they have a job and they get a salary weekly, every 2 weeks, and they have the money and they own the house and they have transportation because they drive. What about us, the blind, that we're not able to drive? And I mean, I'm not saying that every single blind person is disadvantaged. No, there is blind people and people with disabilities that not because of the disability, they are totally disadvantaged. And I'm talking about, they have some money and they have support from others and they own a house and they have the money and they have the support system from a husband, wife, family. But there are many of us who we don't, right? And without money, we're not independent. And I still have the hope that we can work together on achieving, making a change. And that is also, that is only going to take for many of us to join the vision of inclusion and working together in this. So that is my biggest hope for 2022, that we are gonna get united, even if it's a few of, a good number of us. Wow, that is pretty much my response. That's really thinking about just talking to you. I don't really do videos where I practice and I have, step number 1, step number 2. No, Anna is just like that. It comes from the moment. That's why Anna goes all over the place. But if I really have to respond, how, what has really been the number 1 thing that has helped me keep going, it was having the hope that everything was going to be better. That I was going to be able to learn the white cane, Braille, that I was going to be able to get my degrees, that I was going to be able to get a job, that I was going to be able to be independent as a blind person, that I was going to be able to get a guide dog, that I was going to be able to just, and the hope is there every day in my visions, right? I always visualize myself being able to make it to the store, find the door, make it to the store, get my groceries, leaving, and I hope I hope my taxi is gonna be on time. I hope my taxi is gonna find me. I hope, right? And my vision at the end is oh my gosh, I visualize myself crossing the street, making it to the eyebrow salon, making it to the nail salon, making it to the doctor, being able to do whatever I do. And that vision is always full of hope. Oh my gosh, I hope I find the door. Oh my gosh, I hope I cross the street. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't get lost. Oh my gosh, I hope. And I go out there having that hope. And that has made a big difference, right? If you are at home feeling that, you're giving up and you're just getting hopeless, like you don't have any more hope and you don't want to keep going and you're just laying down there, not doing anything, and you just into the whole wishful thinking, that's not gonna help. You might have depression, and in this case you need to seek professional help, a support system, and you might need medication the way I did years ago. But what I see with people overall, and I'm not just talking about the blind, is the whole wishful thinking. You know what, I'm gonna go and buy a lotto ticket and a scratcher, because that's how I'm gonna get rich. Most likely you're not gonna win hit the super lotto, right? I mean, there is a lot of people who they just wish and wish. I wish I could do this, I wish, but wishful thinking doesn't help. Hope is actually the belief to know that the future is gonna be better than the present, and that you have the power to make a change. Hope includes action. Wishful thinking doesn't. Don't just wish, you have to get up. We already know that with the blind and visually impaired and people with disabilities, we have to work really hard on bettering ourselves, right? Learning accessible technology, just practicing mobility, white cane, guide dog. I mean, you guys already know what we need to become very, good at it. Otherwise, they don't hire us, not even for just a simple job, right? So action. And once you really practice this whole concept of hope, the way I did, or many others, who, it's not that we don't get sad and angry and upset about the whole discrimination and exclusion, we do. But once you find hope and you find purpose and meaning in life, and you have that vision of vision and mission in life, you just get up every day, looking forward to do whatever you have to do, and you put yourself into those settings, situations, and then you discover so many things, and you find out that you're able to do it. I mean, if you really think about when you were little, right? Or if you think about a 2-year-old, we always had hope. Like for 2-year-olds, they start saying oh, I can't. And then you want to help them when they're 2 or 3, and they go no, I can't, I can do it, I'll do it. Or they start asking questions, why this? Why do you do the why, right? Because they're learning and they keep going. We always had that concept of hope, and I know as we get older, we gain experience, wisdom. So let's use those experiences, look back and remember those difficult situations and adversities, and instead of getting depressed and sad about it, remember that you actually hope that would be, would get better. So think about that, look back, reflect on it, think about it, research about it, read about it, and more than anything, find a support system, maybe therapy, maybe medicine, maybe, I don't know. You just have to keep moving, right? Not just wishing. And if I can help, I'm here. Message me, send me questions. I can listen. And you know what? Visit my fan page, Blind with a Vision, on Facebook, Blind with a Vision 2020 on Instagram, and on Clubhouse. We actually do rooms and we talk about these important topics. Now, I'm going to stop here because I already did this video way too long. Hopefully I made sense. Don't lose hope, right? Always keep going. And if you are able to find your vision and mission in life, and you can spread, your hope, whatever your vision and mission in life is, with others, even better. Well, if you know anyone who speaks Spanish, tell them about me, everything about me. Tell them that I also have this video in Spanish, and I invite you to just message me and share with me, how are you feeling? I'm gonna go ahead and do other videos to share with you about the stages of grieving related to the visual disability, and share with you other videos about just questions that you have asked, especially those 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, right? For us that we are older, I mean, we are the ones that can support our younger blind people. We already went through that. I mean, there is so much that you can do. And for me, my blind people gave me purpose. You guys gave me purpose and meaning in life. I know for other people, this is something very simple, but for me, it's not. It's not, right? All right, I'm going to stop here. And I don't know if you can hear, but it is raining in Southern California. If you hear rain or you hear water, it's the rain outside. And Happy New Year, happy 2022. And looking forward to for you guys to join the vision of inclusion of blind and visually impaired and just people with disabilities. Bye. Talk to you next year. Bye. Adios.